Hello and welcome to Pratik Chess Videos.
Here to friends, today we are going to see a game between, Paulsen versus Morphy in the year 1857. So let's start the game. The game started e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6, bishop b5, and now bishop to c5. Well, here the main variation is bishop to b4 or knight to d4. But bishop to c5 was played, after which short castle, and now knight into e5. This is the main move, and then rook to e8. Well, here knight into c6 was played, which leads to a equal position, and knight f3 is the main move, leads to a slightly better for white position. So knight into c6, d into c6. Now bishop to c4, b5. Now bishop to e2, and then knight into e4. Knight into e4, rook into e4, bishop to f3, and then rook to e6. And now c3. Now pause the video and think, what should we play? And what is this move? Well, this move is a complete mistake as we play queen to d3, amazing move, grasping the d3 square, after which we can immobilize the entire white queen side, because after queen to d3 there's not a way you can develop your c1 bishop and a1 rook, so everything is restricted, and black has more space and piece activity. So black is like winning in this position strategically. So b4 attacking c5. c3 was made with the idea of d4, but d3 and then c3 would have been better. But c3, queen d3, and then b4, bishop to b6, and then a4. Now a5 is coming, attacking the b6, trapping the b6, so b into a4. Queen into a4, bishop into c6 is threatened, after which the a8 rook falls. I mean, doesn't fall, but a pawn falls. So bishop to d7. But this is a mistake. Bishop to b7. Well, a good move would have been better, because now, rook to a2. Uh, if rook to a2 was played with the idea of queen to c2, then we can just play rook a e8 and then things. So bishop to d7 was played, and then rook to a2, which is a mistake. In order to play queen to c2, but white should have executed the idea queen to a6. Good move, exchanging the queens. So, but white played rook to a2, rook a e8, and then queen to a6. I mean, what's the harm in uh, well stalling a move? But that's all the harm. So now pause the video and think, what should you play? Well, now it's the move queen into f3. Now that's a brilliant move for sure. Right, we got a, wait, yeah, we got a brilliant move here. So now G into f3. But now rook to g6 check. Then king to h1. Bishop to h3. Now idea is bishop g2 to f3 is made. So rook to d1 was played. If rook to g1, then it fails by two elegant ways to mate. One is rook into g1 check, and another nice way to mate is so well bishop to g2 check, rook into g2, rook e1 check. Oh, sorry, not rook e2. Rook e1 check, queen to f1, rook into f1 check, rook to g1, and then rook into g1 mate. So that's why rook g1 was not played, rook d1 was played. But now bishop to g2 check, king to g1, bishop into f3 check, king to f1, and then bishop to g2 check, executing a yo-yo. But now pause the video and think what else way there was to mate. So another way was there to play rook to g2, which results in mate in 3. This is the quickest mate. So now queen to d3. If played, then rook into f2 check, king g1, rook g2 check, king to h1, and then beautiful rook g1 mate. So well, now after king to g1, here let's space out a little bit. So bishop g2, bishop s3 check, king to h1, and then bishop into f2. So what really happened? So here after rook to d1, there's the queen d3 variation. Instead of wait, what here? Instead of moving the rook, we could have made queen to d3 with the nice idea of queen into g6. Well, what does this idea? So bishop to g2 check. If played, this is a big mistake. So bishop to g2 check, king g1, and then if bishop into f3 check is played, then queen into g6 check comes. We take here, and then after h into g6, white is better after d3. So that's the thing. But there's a way. Now pause the video and think what should you play. Now f5 should be played, totally spacing out the queen's attack, and after to rook to d1. If queen to c4 check, then king to f8, good move. If king to h8, then queen f7, bishop g2 check, king to g1, bishop into f3 check, queen into g6, and then h into g6, and then d4, and then there is a unclear position, but slightly better for black. Sorry, for white. So here after king g1, bishop into f3 check, king f1, bishop g2, king. Now bishop into f2, and after queen to f1, well, queen to f1, because see now bishop to g2 mate is coming, so no way to evade it. Instead of queen to f1, and then bishop into f1, rook into f1, and then rook to e2. Well, what's the idea? The idea is to play well, firstly it's a pin, so you cannot play d4, and then the idea is to play rook h6, move the bishop, and then rook into h2 is mate. So that's what happened. Rook to a1, well, detaching the rook from the pin. But now rook to h6 with the threat of moving the bishop and then mating, and now d4, finally the move attacking the h6 rook. But now bishop to e3, good move, just spacing that attack out, and then rook into h2, rook g2 will follow. So Now if bishop into e3, then check, king g1, and then rook to g2 mate. All right, so this was the game. What were the lessons from the game? Well, the lessons from the game were that don't ever uh, leave such outpost for your opponent. If you are planning that such an uh, attack, then sorry, central invasion, then firstly you should consider uh, consider all the opponent's moves, and if it leaves something like this, and if you have a bishop on f5 or a queen, then you can play at times this queen to d3 ideas, and then rook to g6, bishop s3, and it's just launched. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.